And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. A little bit of a hiccup right there, but we got right through it, no problem at all. And we are ready and willing, able to go here at Martinsville Speedway. First of all, thank you to coming out and enjoying a little bit of a Sunday night ritual here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank Rick for coming on out. Gonna try and get this thing in a little bit of a hurry. Rick, I know you spoke with Terry Foster. Is he up to coming up, Rick?
Yes, sir. He is in pit road and ready. I'll bring him up here.
Terry Foster, we're going to kind of speed you up a little bit, but I'm sorry because I know you're not feeling great. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit better today and a little bit better tomorrow. But here, you took a walk down pit road.
Yes, sir, I did, and I don't feel too bad. Too bad I don't look that way. If you don't, can you grab Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin?
Done.
Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you got a copy on me okay? You hear me?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time doing this. Hey, dude, I'm just looking over some numbers from up till the All-Star race, dude. That win is eluding you bad this season, brother. Are we going to see that? We going to see that 10 up there sometime before the end of the season?
Well, hopefully tonight. I mean, I feel pretty good about tonight. I really like this racetrack, and it'd be a lot of fun. Are you stuck with a My Little Pony scheme tonight?
I better not be here. I'm shooting somebody.
Well, I mean,
if I am, I am. It's no big deal, you know.
yeah.
Hey, I'm just looking over your numbers, man. You've had a hell of a season, man. You've got what here? Like I said, this is all before All-Star break. You got five top fives, 8 top 10s, man, and you're killing it. But it just seems like that damn win is just eluding you so bad, man. I feel kind of sorry for you. Looking at your numbers tonight, man, you're running good times out there. I think you was third fastest before the guys pulled me out. And any kind of a game plan tonight you can share with me? Because you ain't going to worry about me.
Well, I mean, I guess except when I have to come lap you. I'm kidding. But
hey, man, you just ask me where to go and I'll move out of the way.
I'm just joking. But as far as the tire situation, still not sure about it because since we don't have many at our disposal, I think it's only 2, right?
Yes, sir. 2 of them.
Yeah, over 300 laps, so that's definitely gonna be something to think about. But we'll see how it goes. See how the truck handles on the long run after the run for a while. Hopefully, we can get some good green flag racing in here. It's not a huge field, so.
Right. I tell you what, Betty, I am pulling for you. I want you to see you get that win. Get up here with Jamie and them guys and be a contender there for that money there coming to the end of the season, man. The guy said they're in a hurry, so I'm going to cut you loose and you get back out there on the track, brother. Hey, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem.
And that was the driver of the number 10, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Terry, thank you very much, brother. I hope you are feeling better. Don't know if you're going to be able to get the whole race in or not. And certainly understood if you can't, but if you do, we'll be watching over you.
I appreciate it. Hey, Rick, real quick to you, congratulations, brother. I seen what you did over the weekend, and that is just freaking awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. Hey, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Terry Foster, driver of the 86, getting ready to mount into his TNA Motorsports truck and get it out on track. Here we are with about a little under 3 minutes left before we get going here, Rick. Martinsville Speedway. And we're going to have some stage racing tonight. 300 laps, man. This is going to be a good one.
Lap 75, lap 150, and then all the way out to the shootout to lap 300.
On board, Alex Hicks, the number 53. He's following the 24. That's Don Kilroe, 24. Obviously still running that Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Silverado out there. And hopefully he's another one of those drivers, Rick. It's hot or cold and very little in the warm section.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a big thing for a lot of drivers here, Chris. I mean, we're nearing down towards the end of the season here. And, Martinsville, very tight track. It's small. And we're going to see some tempers flare, I'm sure. I mean, we see it every short track that's out there, and Martinsville is definitely one of the hard ones.
Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the graphic to work, but we're going to go over the points right now. On top, Jamie Walker sitting in second spot. That number 24 right there, Dalton Kilrow, he's been captain consistent. Hank Caston sitting in third spot. Blake Decker in fourth. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in fifth in points. Then you've got Ian Havia, Garrett Paulson, Ashton Slice, Brian McRae, and Jeff Hartline to round out the top 10. Aaron Bockover, Tom Morosco, Terry Foster, Corey Sherman, and Todd Hatcher rounding out the top 15. 16 through 20, Philip Whaling, Nick Rose, Brian Dees, Chris Williams, Nick Okie, and Marshall Newton. So a lot of drivers up there, and I'll tell you what, some of these points battles are pretty close, so something to keep an eye on.
And I'm looking here, and I'm just trying to confirm, Chris. I put my glasses on after I cleaned them here. I am not seeing the 88 and Duke Crew guys out there on track tonight.
Yeah, so far I haven't either. That could be a big hit for Jamie, or the other side to think about, Rickers. It would be a heck of a good upswing for somebody else in the points. The Duke Crew's been on fire this season, not having the finish the last week that he wanted, but previous to the All-Star break, he was the man, and tonight, not there.
Yeah, maybe he's just letting the guys catch up a little bit.
About 18 seconds before qualifying, Rick.
Yeah, and one of the guys out there, Chris, I've been watching him. It's number 8. That's Dakota Todd there. And I love that paint scheme on that number 8 with the white and the neon colors out there. Right now, fastest in practice.
Very cool. Also want to say happy birthday to Tim Habiat.
Oh yeah, I was gonna wait a little bit to do that there, but a very big happy birthday out there to Tim. I sent him down a case of Pepto. You're gonna need it tonight, I think.
Well, this track definitely can bring it out on everybody. Your short track racing, watch for those tempers. And yeah, we're getting ready to start qualifying. Rick, who's gonna come out first? I wonder. That's gonna be the question. And how many guys are just gonna opt to not bother qualifying? That's another question to ask. As so far,
yeah, I mean, just
like Alex Hicks.
Alex Hicks, Brian D's looking like he's getting ready on the number 17 machine. Right now, Chris, so I'm looking at the temperatures. Pretty good out here today in Martinsville. That air temperature is 78 degrees. Track temperature is just a little bit warmer there at 88 degrees, 1% humidity. And we're in mostly cloudy skies right now. So these guys are going to have fun out here.
Alex Hicks calls a no start on that first qualifying attempt. Brings it back down into the pits.
What about that beautiful number 4, Christopher Tate?
There he is, Christopher Tate. In the 4, bringing it on track, firing through turns 3 and 4. He's going to get ready to roll here.
Rockwell Chevy looking good. Spun out there a little bit.
Yeah, he calls it no-go. D's hanging out at the end of pit road. Will he go? We're looking for just one driver to kind of go.
Like Derek Paulson's thinking about bringing out his number 6 Dr. Squatch Pine Tar Chevy Silverado. Got the pretty Corey Sherman out there on track also, Chris.
Yeah, now they're all coming out.
Now they're coming.
Paulson's out there. We're watching him in the 6 truck. Corey Sherman in the 3. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10 out on track. Kyle Wellman also on track. Those 4 drivers getting set to put a qualifying effort down.
They're all Dr. Squatch racing, baby.
Think they did that on purpose?
Maybe.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin comes across. He takes the pole. Kyle Wellman on the outside so far. Derek Polson third. Corey Sherman in fourth. A 19.194 for Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Wow.
That's a good lap right there.
195 out of teammate Derek Polson on his second lap. Very close. And the 46 throws down a 2.22 for Kyle Wellman. And it looks like Ashton Slice going to be trying his Icebreakers Energizer number 68 Chevy Silverado as he cruises across the start finish line and get qualifying effort started.
Now, if I didn't cook a bunch of hot dogs, say, Chris, I'd be down there getting us some Martinsville dogs, but I'm full.
I bet you are, buddy.
I don't want to see another hot dog for a little while.
Ashton Slice able to take the pole away. A 19-101. Hello, Ashton. Wow.
Keeping my eye right now on the number 39, Jacob Sayers out there with his beautiful Harpoon Chevy Silverado. I love these colors, Chris. These guys do a fabulous job on their paints, all of them. I mean, this one right up there with one of my favorites, of course.
Ashton finally cracks the 19-second zone at 982. My goodness, Ashton came here a race tonight.
Well, you know, I think I caught up with her with a 68 there. He was down there picking up some of them hot dogs, Chris. I'm telling you, I think they make the drivers drive a little fast because they got to go.
17, Brian Dees. So far, a 19-439 puts Dees in 6th spot, just ahead of Sayers. Short track racing at its finest here in Martinsville. It's been a weekend of short track racing. Rick Bristol in NASCAR this weekend. Kind of a heartbreaker there.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker, but let me tell you, I watched a few things this afternoon, Chris, when I had a little bit of time before I had to go to do a little bit of work. But Denny Hamlin and Matt D, man, no, that was a good showing. That's more what NASCAR needs, I think. I mean, that was just a good battle. I know Denny Hamlin didn't feel too happy about taking that lead over, but, you know, each guy's out there, just like here tonight. They're all out here to win the race, and, you know, no one's going to hold back for anybody.
No, absolutely not. Watching the 16. That's the TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra driven by Ian Habiak. So far, Ian has a 19.075, good enough for 2nd spot. And that's where it stays. His second lap a little bit slower, but Ian Habiak finding qualifying times all of a sudden. Put that together with good racecraft, and Rick, that's why he's had some really good finishes.
He's had some really good finishes, Chris. Number one, he's out there doing it for his daddy right now. You know, how cool would that be able to be if Ian could come in tonight, win this race for Tim on his birthday? I mean, I'm surprised he doesn't have a happy birthday dad paint scheme, but it's still pretty cool, man. And Ian's confidence has grown so much this season. It's just outstanding to see.
Yeah, unbelievable. So a lot of goings on here in the Blazing Pedals series this week. You know, you've got Terry Foster, who wasn't feeling very well at all, and looks like he's going to try racing tonight. So good on him. You've got Tim Habiak's birthday, and there's a few other things going on out there too. So pretty unreal. Tyler Dougan starting to head out on track in his number 25. And it looks like my connection's going, whoa. I don't know if that's my side or his side, but it finally straightens out. The 25 hitting the track.
Happy birthday to you.
Don't do that. No,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
No, don't do that. Tyler Dougan so fast last week. So far, he's got a 19.362, good enough for 8th spot. Dougan led a bunch of laps last week. Couldn't come away with a victory, though. And Dougan says no more. 8th is good enough for me. 19.362 is as good as he got. Dakota
This guy's got a little bit of he's got a little bit of time out there still. Dakota Todd, he's going out. Alex Hicks finally decides to take number 53 out to track, Chris.
Ooh.
See what he can do.
Todd locks the brakes down. Looks like he may reset. Alex Hicks trying to get around this little track.
A little bit of wiggle there coming out of 4.
certainly something to watch for here. It looks like the trucks are not quite settled yet. As he gets into the wall, that's going to scrub his time. But before that happened, Hicks able to do a 19 flat, Rick. Good enough for second spot. Todd back out there to try it again in his 8 truck. Looks like we have about 19 drivers tonight, Rick, and that's a pretty good sized field for this little track.
Yeah, I mean, the way that these guys are going through, watching practice a little bit, the trucks are sliding around now. It's kind of hard to tell if the guys are taking it serious or just having a little bit of fun, trying to, get it all out of their system in practice before the green flag drops. But just seeing these guys going around here, scrubbing the wall and everything, I think we're in for a really good race. I think 19 trucks is going to be just perfect.
Well, we've got about a minute and a half. Anybody else going to take to the track? That's going to be the question of the night. Bunch of drivers have not attempted qualifying yet, Rick.
Yeah, Todd Hatcher, Chris Williams out there hasn't taken a lap. Philip Walling, Terry Foster, he's sitting there just getting things all settled down. Hank Caston, we haven't seen him come out there. The 92, Blake Decker, he's been just kind of quiet doing what he has to do. Dalton Kilroy, Brian McCrae have not qualified yet. Right now, yeah, I don't think anybody else. I think they're all just kind of sitting there. We got 25 seconds left here of qualifying. I'm not seeing too many people out there, Chris. I mean, hey, that's what they're going to do. I mean, Martinsville, it's one of those things where you want to kind of qualify good, but if you hang out in the back, I mean, that's not a bad thing either, because hopefully you can miss any kind of bumps or bangs that happen there in front of you.
Yeah, Rick, we got no time left. We are going in to the race. Ashton Slice is going to be on the pole. This is going to be good. I like short tracks, man. I do. I love short tracks.
Me too, with that, like Talladega or Daytona. That's how I roll.
Yeah, really short tracks. Yeah, I get it.
Really short track.
Well, getting ready to qualify, Rick, so why don't we kick on the old qualifying or the grid music. On the pole tonight, driving the number 68, going to be Ashton Slice. To his outside, the driver of the number 53, Alex Hicks. Starting in third place tonight, it's going to be Ian Habiuk. And to his, Dakota Todd starting third, Ian Habiuk starting in fourth position. Christopher Tate going to be starting in fourth. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to be starting his 10 truck in sixth position. In seventh place tonight is going to be Derek Paulson driving the 6, and the 46 driven by Kyle Wellman going to be starting in eighth position. In ninth, Rick, it's going to be Corey Sherman driving the 3 to his outside, Tyler Dougan.
And starting in row number 6, Chris, that's going to be the number 17, Brian D. is going to be starting in 11th. Next to him is going to be the 39 of Jacob O.K. Sayers. He's out there going to be starting 12th. Row number 7, the 24, Dalton Kilroy qualified in 14th position. The 92 of Blake Decker is going to be starting in 15th. Row number 8 is going to be the number 35, Brian McCrae in 16th position. Harry Foster in his Kodiak, number 86, going to be starting 17th. Todd Houcher going to be in 18th in that 40 machine. Chris Williams, he's going to be starting in 19th. Philip Walling 20th. Hank Caston and then number 5 going to be 21st. And that brings out the field.
All right, here we go. Bunch of drivers out there. Ashton Slice going to be leading the way on the initial green flag. We've seen it already, though. That 53 starting his outside very, very quick. But Ashton, the only guy to get under a 19-second qualifying lap. So he is definitely getting around this track some kind of fast. If he can do that during the race, it's going to be bye-bye Ashton Slice. I want to thank everybody before we get going out there in the Turn 3 Racing Network chat area. Thank you very much for coming on out tonight and enjoying a little Blazing Pedals put on by TRJkarting.com. It's the truck series that we do every Sunday night, and we're getting ready to go under the green flag for 300 laps of exciting action right here in Martinsville. Ashton Slice hits the loud pedal. We are getting this one going. We're under green.
Ashton wasting no time there, Chris. You saw he made a little juke move there just to let number 53
the
know.
10
hey,
trucks
listen.
around, Rick. 10 trucks around in the very corner 2. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin bringing out the caution. Don't know why. We're going to go back and figure it out. Here we are again watching that restart. I can't say restart. We're going to watch the start of the race. The 10 surrounded by teammates. So I'm not incredibly sure. Oh, the 46 looks like he got a little tight and got into him. The 86 misses it. Good job, Terry. So short track racing starts off tonight with a caution flag. Some damage out there, but not enough to stop anybody from racing anymore here tonight. We're under caution number 1.
I mean, that's one of the bad things about that. I shouldn't say bad things, but that's one thing about Martinsville, Chris. There's not a lot of room out here on this track. I mean, these guys going into these corners with the short straightaways, you know, that doesn't leave a lot of room. And, you know, this isn't a 2 or 3 lane racetrack. You know, you're going to see guys, they're going to start playing follow the leader there right now. Ashton Slice doing a good job. He's sitting there. Alex Hicks still sitting in 2nd. Dakota Todd sitting there in 3rd. So, you know, these guys, they're ready to go. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit, but when something happens on this track, man, you could gather up a bunch of trucks.
Waiting to hear back from Race Control. I just asked them a question to verify something that may give us a talk point.
Well, while you wait on that talk point, Chris, let's talk about the stage racing. These guys have to race up to the start of lap 76 before that first one comes out. So lap 75 is going to be the end of that first stage, and then they're going to be going to lap 151. So that's going to be stage number 2. Then they're going to go 150 laps after that to finish up the race. And then, as we heard Terry, it was, you know, we only have 2 sets of tires, so it's something that these guys really got to think about.
Still waiting on Race Control to give me that answer, but I'm going to go ahead and at least mention him. He is out there, but very odd indeed that not the paint scheme we are normally looking at tonight, running the discount tire number 88. Jamie Walker is in the field being shown 1 lap down.
Hey man, right at the last minute there, I wasn't sure if I was going to say something, but I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to start, Chris. He popped in just at the last minute there. So yeah, Jamie Walker not in the Dew Crew tonight. He's sporting that discount tire number 88. Jamie likes to change it up a little bit. Maybe he's sick of us calling him the Dew Crew. Bet he drinks Pepsi.
So crossing the start-finish line one more time is the pace car to start lap number 7 of 300. Early caution here in Martinsville to start us off.
Well, the good news for Jamie Walker, Chris, he is the only truck 1 lap down, so he's just got to keep it nice and clean, do what he has to do, wait for the next caution to come back, and hopefully get that lap back. Brian McRae right now, that number 35, Dr. Squatch Machine, he just got his lap back. He's trying to catch up to the back of the field there.
Pace car's off, Rick. We're getting ready to go back green. Ashton Slice in control of the field. hits the loud pedal, and the 68 takes off the 53. Alex Hicks trying to keep in there, and we're back under caution. And that may have been admin control. Truck's getting...
Maybe given... Yeah, it was race control did throw that caution flag, probably to let Jamie Walker get on the lead lap, I'm guessing.
Oh,
we will see.
Pace car is back in pit road. Ashton Slice looking to try and get this one really going now. Alex Hicks actually had a good restart, but not this time. The 68 pulls away. Moves up to the top, breaks the lane of the 53, and Ashton Slice going to be your race leader.
Ooh, 53 really loose. Pancakes the wall there, Chris, but hangs on in second place. But he's got that number 8 machine of Dakota Todd right behind him.
Oh, the 8 gets
Dakota
very
Todd.
loose. Into the inside wall, able to keep it going relatively straight. The 8 swelling way up. A lot of trucks getting around him, and then decides to bring it back out on the track. Good driving right there, Dakota Todd. I say that because he was able to keep it going. He didn't bring anybody else in, and then we go under caution. Action happening fast and furious, as is often the case here in Martinsville. It is short track racing. And unlike Bristol, Rick, this one's a little bit flatter.
A little bit flatter for sure. I mean, at least Bristol, you can really run 2 lanes around Bristol. I mean, you get the guys who like the bottom, the guys who like the top. And Martinsville, though, really 1 lane. I mean, it's kind of interesting, actually, to see Ashton Slice when he restarts these things, how he kind of jumps up in front of the number 53 of Alex Hicks. Just to take that momentum and that lane away. He knows that the 53 is going to want to fall in behind him, though.
Only 2 Toyotas in the field tonight. Of course, Ian Habia drives the TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra. We know that. The other Toyota driver is the number 3, Corey Sherman. So Ashton Slice has managed to lead every lap, and a lot of these laps have been under caution here to get started in Martinsville. Track temperature's warm. You know, it's 89 degrees. It's relatively flat, and that can make these trucks a little hard to drive, and I believe that's what we're trying to figure out right now. Or rather, the drivers are trying to figure it out. Not so bad if you're single file, Rick, but if you're running 2x2 and you get a little loose, chances are pretty good you're going to hit the guy next to you.
Well, you know, Chris, some of the drivers probably not happy with the setup here, but hey, listen, it's like real life. You never know what you're going to get there until you get to the track. I mean, you know, with the weather, the track temperature going up and down, the regular air temperature going up, you just never know. I mean, right now we started this race, it was 78 degrees. That track temperature went up 1 degree. It's at 89 right now, so definitely slick. I mean, not a lot of weight in the rear of these trucks there. I mean, you got the fuel cell, but you know, that only adds so much.
So, pace car with the lights on. 3rd time so far this race. Now shuts them down. We get ready to go. Trucks start lining up 2x2, getting ready to go down the back stretch. Pace car will pull in this time by, and we'll get them back rolling up the speed here in Martinsville. And I think you need to sign me up for a hot dog here at some point, Rick, because I'm getting famished.
Well, I can tell you, I know how to cook them, bro. Out there helping my father-in-law with his french fry bust today, and the green flag has dropped. Let Brian know that we're thinking about him. Open heart surgery tomorrow. One guy out there doing surgery, though. That's the 68 Ashton Slice, Chris. Gets that restart again. Jumps up in front of Alex Hicks in the number 53 machine again to take that lane away. And it's kind of interesting that Ashton Slice is doing that. I mean, one of these times, Hicks is going to know that he's going to do that. And he, you know, if he goes down low, we're under caution.
We're under caution once again. may have involved the 40 of Todd Hatcher. We'll go back and try and figure it out. So the Hatcher on the outside. Oh. Okay, well. Oh. So Hatcher was trying to avoid one, went up high. Ended up collecting the 3 truck when he spun.
I mean, again, like I said, you know, if we, there's not a lot of room here at Martinsville at all.
We're going to watch it one more time. So he tries to stay off the 5 of Cassidy, comes back down, but at this point, the truck is already, well, it got tight, which is why he pushed to the wall. Then it got loose and he spun around. He collected the 3 of Corey Sherman and the 40 of Todd Hatcher on pit road. So fuel won't be a problem in this first stage.
Now, the tires might not be much of an issue either, Chris, because they're having a lot of time to cool them down here.
Lap 20 of 300. Ashton Slice has led the way the entire time so far. Tough going so far here in Martinsville. But Ashton Slice had that incredible qualifying lap, sub 19 seconds.
I'm just going to throw it out there for race control. I know there's one driver out there, Chris, that wants to shut down the race and start it over at Chicago, and it's his birthday, so. I mean, that's one of the kind of the fun things about doing a league race or, you know, with anything, Chris. I mean, you know, you start out, you get some big tracks, and these guys move to these shorter tracks, and, you know, the drivers have to, you know, change up the way that they drive and stuff, and, you know, I think it's kind of fun when this stuff happens. I mean, right now, obviously, you know, a bunch of cautions are going on, and these drivers not having a lot of fun, but, you know, they just got to take a deep breath, settle down a little bit, and realize, you know, that they're not at a big track. You know, next week we're heading over to Gateway, I believe it is, so save it for next week, get through this one little short track day, and everything's going to be good. Martinsville, very tough track to drive.
Yeah, it's short, it's relatively flat. You do have a transition. You have the first 2 lanes, then there's a transition in the corners, and these guys will figure this out. Consummate professionals here at the TRJ Blazing Pedals Truck Series. As the pace car kicks in, down pit road it goes. Ashton Slice rounding the corner, getting ready to hit the go button. And he hits it. Loud button has been pushed. We're back under the green flag, and back up to the top he goes. And I can tell you why he's doing that, Rick. I know why he's doing that. Because then he can go from the top to the bottom without breaking a lot of momentum. But watching the 16 right now, he's to the inside of Tyler Dougan. Ian Habiak battling for 4th and takes it. So Habiak working his way up, man.
Yeah, Dougan had a little slip there, Chris, in that number 25 machine, and Ian capitalized on that and got around him, and now doing what he has to do, sitting there in 4th position. Right back where he started the race here. And it's slick. I mean, when you see these guys come off the corner, especially turn 4, you know, those trucks, they really want to wiggle. Coming into 1, they seem to be okay. Coming out into 2, they're still doing good. You just got to make sure where you hit your gas pedal. I mean, these guys are really working the brakes, something that they haven't really had to do too much this season. And that's what I like about Martinsville. It's kind of a technical track. You know, you're not just mashing the gas, letting off. I mean, you gotta use your brake. Some guys, I'm sure, are playing with their clutch.
That would move back into 7th place to 92 of Blake Decker. Decker, last week's winner. Got a chance to talk to him. Man, he was excited last week.
Yeah, he was. And he deserved it, man. He ran a really good race there. Woody doing a good job. Ooh. Kyle Wellman had a little bit of a pucker moment there, Chris.
Yeah, these trucks very loose coming off, it seems. And the 46 got very loose. And Decker was able to get around him. Let's look at him. Kyle Wellman, driver to 46, newest member of the Dr. Squatch team. And he is out there running in 7th spot. 39, Jacob Sayers right behind him, rounding out. Oh, excuse me, not rounding out. Dalton Kilroe in the 24, running in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is that 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Benjamin, the subject of Terry's walk this afternoon. Oh, the 35. Blasting into that corner, getting it sideways, hanging it out on the grass, getting it back on the track. The 35, Brian McRae having fun.
And an interesting thing to note too, that 39 Harpoon Designs truck, Chris, that is Jacob Sayers. He is actually a teammate of the Dr. Squatch guys. Just not running that Dr. Squatch. It might be just kind of in the learning stages here, trying to run with these guys, see what they're all about right now. But Dalton Kilroe putting a lot of pressure on the back of that 39 right now in that beautiful 24 Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, Kilroe looking for a place to pass. Maybe a little bit quicker at this point, but just can't seem to get around him. The 39 using up the track like he ought to.
Then you got that beautiful number 5 there, Hank Caston, Chris. He's hanging out there behind Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in that 10 machine. Caston right now sitting in 11th position. Right behind him, the 88 latecomer, the Discount Tire Chevy Silverado. Got a little bit of damage there on the rear, but Jamie Walker picking it off and making his way through this field.
Hard to
Right
tell right
them.
now, Rick. I'm trying to figure out if there's an actual preferred line, and it doesn't really look it right now. These guys are running to the top, they're running to the back. Oh, the 39 going around. Jacob Sayers trying to save it, can't do it. The 4, Christopher Tate gets into him a little bit. McRae into the 4. So that one's slow to develop, but finally happened. It looks like Jamie Walker may be around.
That's hard. We got a gaggle of trucks. I mean, this track is so short, Chris, that they're all starting to pile in around as we see the 16 Ian Habiuk making his way through. Here come the front leaders. And we got the 39. He's dragging the green cone from pit road, baby.
Yeah, we're watching the 39 again. Gets loose and gets into Jamie Walker in the 88. Walker hard into the inside retaining wall. And we have caution flying again. And that one's going to put a bunch of drivers a lap down, Rick. These guys were not able to get going before the leader came back by. We got 16th on back, at least one lap down now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of tough because, you know, they don't want to pull out. Like I said, the track's so short. The leaders just came right back around, and those guys are kind of just stuck there.
Well, everybody's caught back up with a pace car. We're getting ready to see if anybody's going to come down pit road. I don't think so. I just don't think that's in the cards right now, Rick. Although maybe some of these guys are a lap down. May figure, what the heck? Might as well fill up the tank while we're here.
Yeah, I mean, it would give them a little bit of an edge there later on towards the race, Chris, if this thing goes green. My question is, what did Tim Habiuk have for dinner? I know last week there, he had some meatloaf. I want to know what he had for a birthday dinner. I had 3 hot dogs myself today.
What'd you have for dinner?
3 hot dogs. And so I didn't have no french fries. We were actually, okay, we're the name of the food truck, Fries, okay? We're known for our french fries, but we actually ran out of french fries today. We had a really good last day. Obviously, our thoughts and our prayers are with Brian there as he's getting ready for surgery tomorrow. But, it was a good time. If Tim says he has hot dogs, I don't know. I think he had a steak. I really do. And Pepto shake.
Pepto shake, sure.
I'm all ready to go. I just had my great big gamer stuff in, down in the water, having a good time.
I'm going to go ahead and thank everybody right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Again, showing up on a Sunday night, getting ready to start your week. And what a week it's going to be. Rick, we're gonna start getting busy here soon here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Oh, yeah. These guys are going to get busy here on track. Chris says the lights are off on that Ford Mustang pace car.
Pace car drops down pit road. We're getting ready to start. Ashton Slice still the race leader. He's got the 53 Alex Hicks, Derek Paulson right behind him, and he gets go pedal signal from the grandstand flagman, and we are back under the green. We had some good green flag laps there, Rick, and then a little miscue and around the 39 Jacob Sayers went.
Yeah, what's interesting though, Chris, I kind of watched the car, so only 9 trucks have not hit pit road yet tonight. All the other ones came down for at least fuel, maybe to repair a little bit of damage. I mean, one thing, damage ain't going to really do much here. As long as the steering's good, you know, let those trucks fly. It's short track, baby.
Ashton Slice making his way around the track, and we're going to hop on into the cockpit as soon as he crosses the start-finish line. Right now, negotiating through turns 3 and 4. On board with Ashton Slice, he crosses the start-finish line, woes it up for turns 1 and 2, and look how much he has to slow that truck down to get through that turn. Right back up on the throttle, though, and right back under the brakes. One of the very few tracks that we've seen this season. We really have to have good control over 2 different pedals here, Rick. You have to have good control over the throttle and the brake.
Yeah, get on that brake a little too much, or even the gas when you're coming out of the corner, Chris. That's what's going to really upset the truck. Another thing is those yellow curbings that we have here in the corners. Those can actually upset the truck just as well. So these drivers definitely have to be aware of that and make sure they don't go too far into that grass. So I've been there. I know what that's like, and it ain't fun.
No, it's not, and it's kind of out of your control. You hit that little bump there, and it'll shoot the truck up. But Ashton Slice having no problem with that right now. He is running a perfectly clean line. Alex Hicks behind him by about a second. Derek Paulson running in 3rd. Tyler Dougan has made his way up to 4th spot. Blake Decker, last week's winner, as we are under caution once again. Not sure what brought that out. We're going to take a look from Terry Foster's vantage point. So it definitely happened in front of Terry. It looks like it may have been Philip Walling in the 48. So we'll back up one more time and see if we can't find out what happened. Wallen was working to the outside, comes down to the inside. Oh, actually, it was Christopher Tate. Tate in the 4. So we'll go back one more time. Tate was running kind of by himself there. Comes in the corner. Maybe just a little hot. Got on those brakes, and around he went. 4 truck into the wall. And then hits pit road. That brings out caution again here in Martinsville.
Next week, Chris, August 25th, we're going to be heading to Gateway. So these are going to be able to open up their trucks just a little bit. But then September 8th, we're going to be hitting Lucas Oil. So we're going to go from a big track back to a small track. And then we're going to have some fun over at Charlotte at the Roval. Michigan Homestead, our favorite track, and our home track, New Hampshire. October 13th, Pocono, and then October. I mean, this season, man, it's been a long season, but it's starting to wind down now. We only got a few races left. October 27th, that's going to be the championship race. It's to be determined. I love how these guys do that, Chris. It's going to be interesting to see. They take all the speedways and road courses out. They let the guys vote for their favorite track, and whichever track wins, that's where they're going to be racing. So that's going to be cool.
I do like that. I do like that a lot, actually. I think that's pretty cool. Get all the guys to vote. Of course, they do take some tracks off from the board for that voting process. It can't be what is it? It can't be a road course
Or a super speedway.
Or a super speedway. That's right. So Martinsville will be off the table. Hey, listen, Rick, if Daytona and Talladega are short tracks, obviously Martinsville is a super speedway.
That's what I'm saying.
The trucks are lining up 2 by 2. Pace car is getting set to come down pit road, and we're going to get these guys flying once again. Lap 51 of 300. 2 sets of tires tonight. That's something to keep in mind. That's a very long distance for only 2 tires. Ashton Slice feels like he is up to the challenge. He has led every single lap so far. Alex Hicks again to his outside. Slice hits the go pedal, and he is gone once again. Takes his truck up to get that good line into 1 and 2. The trucks are trying to figure it out. They're still basically running nose to tail. There are a couple of battles out there. Seem to be straightening themselves out right now. The 10, that's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He has worked his way up to 7th position. Ian Habia, who was moving forward, now seems to be moving backwards just a little bit as we're under caution once again. I'm not sure where that one happened, so we're gonna try and find it. Uh-oh, that looks like it may have been Terry. We're going to keep an eye on the 86 machine because I believe that's how it happened. He's got Jamie Walker to his outside, and the 39 of Jacob Sayers in front of him. Oh, the 40 comes in, gives a little boot, and the 86, around he goes. Honestly, the 5 and the 48 did a very good job staying off from him. And Terry Foster will be able to continue. A lot of damage to the back end of the 86, but it doesn't matter here in Martinsville. This is not exactly what you would call an aerodynamic track, Rick.
No, it's definitely not.
Take the fenders right off from them here.
Right now, looking at that 86 Kodiak machine, it looks like the front fenders are about to fall off at any time now. Hood's crunkled up a little bit. As long as he can see, and that truck's turning fine, and the brakes are working, he's good. Looking in the cockpit, looks fine. There's a little bit humped up there on the hood, but nothing in his way.
No, you just use that. That's your ramming rod. You know exactly where the front bumper is. And Ashton Slice has begun saving fuel.
Yeah, really, the front runners have not come down at all, Chris. I mean, from first all the way back into 8th place there, that's going to be the 16 TRJ Karting Toyota Tundra of Ian Habiak. They have not come down pit road yet for anything. So, you know, another guy out there, Terry Foster in the 86, sitting in 13th right now, has not come down pit road. Everybody else has come down at least once. Ryan McRae's been down once, Dalton Kilroe twice, Chris Williams once, Hank Caston's been in twice, as has Jacob Sayers, Dakota Todd, Brian Dees, Philip Walling. Jamie Walker's been down 4 times. I think that paint scheme change might be mixing them up here.
Yeah, some pit stops are happening right now. The guys are coming off. Brian Dees and Jamie Walker. Dees still on the lead lap. Jamie Walker 1 lap down. Has to get around Philip Walling in order to be the first truck 1 lap down.
You know, as a driver, with all these, as the pace car goes off, Chris, we're getting ready to go green. As a driver, all these cautions kind of messing up their fuel runs here. They got to try to figure it out. We're going to be starting lap 59 here as these guys cross the start-finish line now on that restart. After Slice once again gets a really good restart there. To 53, Alex Hicks doing a fabulous job staying there in second. Eric Paulson, that 6th machine, worked his way up into third. He's got the 25, Tyler Dougan, right behind him. Blake Decker's moving on up. The thing about Martinsville, Chris, very hard to pass here. I mean, I know we've been seeing the trucks move, you know, they're trying to figure out what lane works. I mean, obviously that inside lane really works. I mean, you got to cut down into the corner. You got to come off this good. You're going to move up towards that outside wall, just as we see Ashton Slice do here as he crosses our finish line, heads into turn 1, right down on that yellow curbing as he comes out doing what he has to do. Really short backstretch here up towards the wall, so not a lot of room to pass. I mean, it is tough here. Yeah, I think it's one of the tougher tracks to actually pass somebody on.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that's because it is so flat. And I had said earlier there wasn't really a preferred line, and maybe that was the case earlier, but it is definitely showing up now, Rick. You called it. Inside line is moving. Don't get caught on the outside line. You will go backwards.
I mean, really, I think the only track that is as flat as this here is New Hampshire, but at least that's a wider track, Chris, so they can actually do a little bit of, you know, side-by-side running. But here, like you said, no, I mean, really the inside lane is where everybody wants to be. Nobody wants to get stuck out there on that outside lane, and I don't blame them. Those walls come up at you pretty quick.
Alex Hicks dead in the middle of the track. He
That's
was running in
unfortunate.
second. Caution waves one more time. We'll go back to see what happened to Alex. He was running in second spot, Rick. He had the 6 of Paulson right behind him. He was trying to track down the leader. He came out of the corner and just got loose, hit that inside retaining wall, and locked the brakes, which is exactly what you need to do here. This track will not self-clean. In other words, where you end up is where you'll stay. It's too flat to do anything other than that. And he has to watch all of these trucks get by him before he can get going once again. So Alex Hicks goes from second place all the way back to 16th. Hicks was doing a great job. He was running second place all night long. He qualified second. He was following Ashton around, and just a little miscue sent that truck around.
It doesn't take much. Coming out these corners, you get on that throttle just a little too soon, Chris, and that's exactly what happens. And that's just, it's scary and unfortunate there. I mean, that's just what it does. You go into that inside wall and you bounce off. Great if there's no other trucks behind you, and if they are, they're paying attention.
So good news for one driver as he is getting his lap back. That's the 48 of Philip Walling. So the next truck scheduled to get a lap back at caution will be Jamie Walker, and we have a caution scheduled, Rick, in about 9 laps. End stage number 1.
I have a feeling when that happens, Chris, I mean, these guys have been on these tires. I mean, they haven't been racing too hard on them, but I expect to see a few trucks, if they haven't already, to go down and take one of those sets of tires.
I don't know if I'd take one now or if I'd wait till the next stage and then split the second stage. Or if I'd...
One thing about Martinsville, very hard to do green flag pit stops. If you don't have a lot of trucks doing that, you can lose a lot of position.
I was just thinking, and I stopped talking, but do you give up all the time on the track for the first 2 stages and have 2 tires for the last segments?
I mean, as long as there's other trucks that are doing that same thing, I mean, it might not be a bad idea, but I don't know. If it was me personally, I'd try to hang out till that second stage flag comes out.
Trucks are lining up 2 by 2. Pace car lights are off once again. Getting ready to send these trucks We're back under green flag conditions. Caution scheduled for lap number 70. Well, the end of 75, start of 76 is when it'll come out. Ashton Slice is your leader, and he takes off once again. Derek Paulson caught sleeping at the wheel. Couldn't keep up with the 68 heading into turn 1.
No, but he's doing his best right now to catch up there. His teammate, the 10, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, stuck outside there for a little bit, Chris. Kind of hanging out there. Blake Decker working that 92 on the inside of the 10 right now. Doing a little bit of drag racing across the start-finish line, heading into turns 1 and 2. The Butcher's still kind of just hanging out there, doing what he has to do. There we go. Blake Decker finally moves up there in front of him. And Haybiuk, Dalton Kilrow sitting there doing what they had to do. That's 6th and 7th. Kyle Ballman, Hank Caston, and Brian McCray rounding up top 10.
Oh, Wellman going around. The 46 launched into the outside retaining wall. That'll bring out caution once again, and this time it will be, well, Ashton's going to end up winning the stage, I believe.
I believe you're right.
So under caution one more time. We saw that one live. No need to go back and look again. Rick, I think we're going to step away, take a break, and we'll be right back. And we're back here at Martinsville, and we made it back just in time to crown the 68, the stage 1 winner here tonight. Ashton Slice has led every single lap so far here in Martinsville. So congratulations once again to Ashton Slice. We'll see. I think we're going to run out of time here because obviously we're under caution, have been for some time. I believe the lights are going to go out on the pace car this time. Rick, we may have to catch up with Ashton here a little bit later in the race.
Yeah, one thing about Martinsville, it doesn't leave us a lot of time here to talk with drivers, but congratulations to Ashton Slice and the number 68 Icebreakers Energizer Chevrolet winning stage number 1.
Top 5 drivers never came down pit road. They'll make it top 6.
Top 6, yeah.
Ian Haybiuk decided to stay out as well. So these guys going to run on the old tires, on the old fuel. We'll see how that works out for them. The 68 getting set to take the green flag once again to start lap 78. Green flag is out. Up top he goes. Back under green flag conditions here in Martinsville. Ashton Slice is your race leader.
What's kind of interesting, Chris, we're under caution, but Tyler Dougan there moved up to 2nd place. Derek Paulson was stuck.
Oh, Derek Paulson just getting destroyed here. I don't think that's the one that actually brought out the initial caution, but...
And Blake Decker was also involved in that a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to go back and see what happened to Paulson. Paulson was running up towards the front. I think Ian Habiak might have been the other driver. Oh, the 92 catches a little bit on the 6, and he comes back out, hits the 92. The 10 gets a little piece of it. Habiak takes a little piece of it as well. I believe Ian Habiak may have been the first caution, or the first reason the caution came out. We're going to keep an eye now on the 16. He's to the outside. And I believe the 16 may have had a little bit of help. We're going to have to go back and look at it from a different angle, but certainly it looks like he had a little bit of help. He stacked up the field behind him. We're going to go back on the chopper cam.
And I feel bad for Derek Paulson, Chris. His truck's out there barbecuing right now.
The 16 starting to the outside of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. They stack up on the restart. And I think this is a case of the 35. Brian McRae had a really good run. Too good, in fact. He got into the left side. And then the 48 and 46 stack into the 16. By then, Derek Paulson was sideways. Okay,
Then he had a little bit of a blink. And that blink, I think, is what caused the 16 to not notice that his truck was there and caught Paulson just a little bit there. Paulson going down pit road right now, Chris. That truck is definitely done for the night.
All right, well, since we're under caution one more time, we've got a chance to talk to the driver of the number 68, your stage 1 winner, Ashton Slice. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth. You have a copy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's a stage. Yeah, I got you.
Well, the stage was a little bit ago, but we didn't have time because of the way the caution fell and all. Well, anyways, we figured we'd catch up with you at some point. Here we are, Ashton. Congratulations on winning stage 1, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good run out there. Your 68 is a fast truck tonight. You were the only guy to qualify sub 19 seconds. Why don't you take me through how the truck is feeling and how the race is going for you so far?
It's pretty planted. I'm liking the way it's feeling right now. I just got to keep getting jumps on restarts, and as long as I can maintain the gap, then I think I can get this one in the bag, hopefully.
All right, well, you haven't come down pit road yet, so still working on the original fuel cell of fuel and the original tires. What's your plan there? Do you care to enlighten?
We're going to run this till the next stage on the same set of tires, and looking at the fuel, I should be all right as long as we don't go fully green. Like, if we get a caution or two, I might be all right. Not really good at math, so we're just going to hope that's how it goes, and we're going to take our chance here.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on winning stage number 1 again, Ashton. Good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 68. He's led every single lap so far, Rick. Ashton Slice.
I'm actually showing Hicks has led 1 lap. And I'm not sure where that came from. Because we're on lap 84 and it's showing me Ashton Slice led 82. I don't know.
Well, we're back under the green nonetheless. And Ashton Slice doing it again. And he is pulling away this time from Tyler Dougan. Dougan has worked his way up to second. Look at third spot. It's Darling Tilgo.
I was going to say, don't say his name because you know what's going to happen.
Jacob
number
Sayers
24 doing a good
running
job.
fourth. Yeah, you're right. Brian D is in the 17 in 5th spot. Chris Williams in the 13 has made his way all the way up to 6th position. Ian Habiak, after getting bounced around a little bit on that last restart, he's in 7th spot. Kyle Wellman in the 46, running in 8th spot. And the 88 of Jamie Walker has made his way to the lead lap. He's running in 8th spot, now looking for 8th spot. Yeah, that's right. He was in 9th before. Chris Williams going backwards a little bit. And
yeah, that's sort of what happened with the 13th there, Chris. But Chris Williams, he lost a few positions there.
I think he got a little bit tight, got close to the wall, had to get on the brakes a little bit. A couple of trucks capitalized. Nonetheless, Dakota Todd in the 8. He is rounding out the top 10. Hank Caston in the 5, running 11th. And we saw Blake Decker kind of get involved in that last one. Decker on the lead lap still, running in 12th position. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running way back all of a sudden. 13th position on the lead lap is Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Brian McRae in the 35. He is running in 14th position. Remember, we saw him kind of get into the 16 just a little bit. And Terry "Dumb-Man" Foster, last truck on the lead lap. Terry Foster running in 15th position. After that, it's Christopher Tate, Philip Long, Corey Sherman. Derek Paulson, and Alex Hicks. But up front, it is this man right here, the driver of the 68, Ashton Slice, and he is starting to open up a gap once again, 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, Ashton's out there just on a little Sunday drive here in Martinsville, doing a good job out there tonight. Won stage number 1. Now he's working on stage number 2. Got a few laps left to go there for that, Chris. We're on lap 91 of 300. That next stage is going to be ending at lap 150, 151, is when we'll see that caution come out. I'm just looking here. I'm seeing a bunch of trucks that go down. I mean, Ashton Slice, Tyler Dougan, Ian Habia probably missed the pit because his dad's eating a bunch of birthday cake and didn't hear him say pit now, but that's okay. He's doing a good job out there. Kyle Wellman has not come down pit road, and Terry Foster are the only trucks out there so far that have not come down pit road, not once here tonight.
So they are hoping and praying that we may have a couple more caution laps, try and make it to the end of this stage lap. Lap 150 before we see that yellow flag once again. That's a long way to go, Rick, on one tank of fuel.
Wait, I've noticed a lot of drivers, except for Ashton Slice, really, have started slowing down a little bit. So they're not really conserving fuel, but you know those tires are probably pretty slick at this point. But they're doing a good job right now. Tyler Dougan seems a little slower than what he has been, but he's still holding his line pretty well. That person in third place, I don't want to mention his name because I don't want his engine to blow up, but Mr. Kilroe doing a fabulous job there in that number 24. Jacob Sayers moved at number 39 after... Sorry there, I choked a little bit. Jacob Sayer, he's doing a good job in that 39. He's moved up to 4th, and look at that, the 88 Discount Tire Chevrolet. Jamie Walker sitting in 5th right now, Chris.
You can change the paint, but the Dew crew doesn't care. They are getting it done on pit road, and the 88 has moved himself up in the 5th spot. Ian Habiak running in 6th right now. We actually saw Jamie Walker getting around him. He did it on the inside. And speaking of doing it on the inside, here comes the 46 of Kyle Wellman to the inside of Brian Dees. Dees stuck on the outside because the 92 now is coming around. Blake Decker taking position away from Dees. Decker has made his way all the way back up to 8th position. And he is trying to march that 92 all the way back to the front where he was running earlier. Dees, we just saw him get past. He's running in 9th position. Hank Caston running in 10th, rounding it out. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Brian McRae, Dakota Todd, Chris Williams, and Terry Foster round out the top 15, and the top 15 trucks all on the lead lap. Christopher Tate, the first truck, Terry Foster is now 1 lap down. Sorry, the leader was just getting around him. So Terry Foster, the first truck, 1 lap down, staying in the top lane, out of the way. As Jacob Sayers, Jamie Walker get around him. So Foster now the first truck, 1 lap down. Christopher Tate, Phil Walling, Corey Sherman, Derek Paulson, Alex Hicks rounding out the field. And Jamie Walker is really moving the 88, starting to rotate around this track very well, Rick. He has worked his way up to 4th position, able to get around Jacob Sayers. And the 88 being the discount tire truck is definitely doing a good job on the set of tires he's on right now. The Dew crew watches on from the pits as we are under a pretty lengthy green flag here for the night.
Yeah, now we are, Chris. And one interesting thing to note, I'm looking. The only other truck that has been down pit road more times than Jamie Walker, that's going to be the number 4 of Christopher Tate right now. Jamie Walker's been down 6 times so far tonight.
He had a little bit of damage early on. I believe he's gotten most of that pounded out of Dew crew, working feverishly on the 88 truck. Seems to have gotten most of the sheet metal straight. Hopefully they opened up enough air for the radiator so it doesn't blow up. It looks like there's a hole between the hood and the left front fender, so airflow shouldn't be a problem. We are definitely under a long green flag right now. Working our way forward, Dalton Kilroy in third spot. Second spot belonging to Tyler Dougan. Dougan trying to find a way around the 13. That's Chris Williams. And the 53, Alex Hicks. Hicks early on was running in second place, got some damage, was on pit road. He's being shown 16 laps right now, down. And Tyler Dougan worked his way around him. So Ashton Slice really starting to pour it on now as he is putting some trucks down lap after lap after lap. Next one on the hit parade, Dakota Todd in the 8, just ahead in the 46, backwards on the track, caution flag waves. And there's a bunch of drivers out there that were really happy to see that yellow flag come out. So Kyle Wellman, we're going to go back and take a look, see what happened. We're going to have to go back a little bit more. He's behind the 16. That's Ian Habia. The 46 is the one we're watching. They go by the start-finish line, setting up for turns 1 and 2. The 46 with a good rotation through that corner, getting back onto the backstretch. Loses a little bit of time to the 16. Tries to rotate through 3 and 4, and I believe this is where it happens. Yeah, self-spin right there. It gets on the gas a little too hard. Gentle nudge on the front end, courtesy of the inside retaining wall. That puts us under caution one more time. And it puts Kyle Ullman down 1 lap. So a lengthy green flag run right there comes to an end from a self-spin by the 46 of Kyle Wellman. This track being very tough on the drivers so far tonight. One guy it's not being tough on, the one we're watching right now, the 68 Ashton Slice. He was the only one that qualified sub 19 seconds here tonight, and he has led the way every step of the way so far. Tyler Dougan running in second spot, Dalton Kilroy third. Jamie Walker's worked his way all the way up to 4th spot. He's one of those drivers that's happy to see that caution come out. Closes the gap between himself and the leader. Jacob Sayers in the 39 running in 5th spot. Abiuk has worked his way back into 6th spot, excuse me. Brian Dees in 7th. Brian McRae running in 8th spot. Blake Decker and Hank Caston running out the top 10. Top 12 trucks on the lead lap right now. Want to go ahead and thank everybody else for coming on out on a Sunday night, getting the work week started right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, courtesy of the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to open up another browser window and type in www.trjkarting.com. Check out all the things that Tim has out there for offer. It is his birthday after all. Again, happy birthday to you, Tim. And we are back under the green flag. These guys opting to start single file due to the cautions. Probably not a bad call from race control. That certainly does help Ashton hold on to the lead. Tyler Dougan driving hard into that corner. Comes back on the front stretch.
Yeah, Ashton's had a heck of a night on the restarts, Chris. I mean, he is, hitting his marks so perfectly. That number 68 really hard to catch.
Jamie Walker in the 88 has moved all the way up to 4th after starting just about dead last on the field, if not dead last on the field here tonight. Came into the server right at the very last second, was cleared to race with a penalty, and the 88 has served that penalty, comes back onto the lead lap, up to 4th spot so far for the 88. Jacob Sayers. rounding out the top 5 at his 39, doing a fine job so far tonight. Raced his way up there and holding on to that top 5 position. He does have Ian Haybiuk right behind him. That's the sponsor truck of the series, TRJ.com. Behind Ian, it's Brian McRae in the 35. McRae and Haybiuk actually got together earlier on, sent Haybiuk around, but here they are again. It's like magnets in those bumpers for those 2 trucks.
Really strong ones at that. If you folks haven't yet, make sure you head on over to trjkarting.com. If you're not into karting, that's okay. Tim's got all kinds of stuff. He's got race gloves, shoes, some really nice shirts. I'm actually wearing my shirt. I feel kind of bad because it is going to be a little stinky tonight because I didn't get the chance to make my date with Dr. Squatch yet. That'll be after the checkered flag call tonight.
Rick's always wearing his TRJkarting.com shirt, and man, oh man, I'm looking at it right now. It looks good on you again, Rick.
Week in and week out, brother. You'll get to see it more too when I wear it up top.
Up front, not a lot has changed, Rick. It's Ashton Slice leading the way. Tyler Dougan holding on to second. Kilroe third. Walker fourth. Ian Haybiuk has made his way into the top 5. He got around Sayers, and Haybiuk is trying to get away from that 35, and he is doing a fine job right now. Haybiuk using those afterburners on that 16. He had a really good qualifying effort. At one point was going to be starting second, got bumped down to, I believe, 4th. Fell way back in the field during the race and has worked his way back up to 5th. And when I say work your way, ladies and gentlemen, here at Martinsville, it is work to get up in position. And Ian Haybiuk is getting it done right now, running 5th spot.
Talked about that at the beginning of the race, Chris, as he qualified so well. You know, seeing Ian's confidence grow season to season is just amazing.
How about Hank Caston, driver of the number 5? He has made his way up to 6th position. At one point, Hank Caston was the last truck on the lead lap. Now, running in 6th, and he is in the middle of a battle with Brian McRae. McRae getting fended off as we are under caution once again. Not sure exactly what happened. Really not sure what happened. We'll go back, see if we can't pick it up. Still looking for this one. Oh, there it is. 92 got into 3-3, bounced off, came back and bounced off again, went into the wall, and Corey Sherman's night may be over. That was a hard hit to the outside retaining wall. We'll go back and see it one more time. So the 92 was working the inside, and it looks like Corey Sherman may have over-rotated just a little bit. Made contact and got it stuck in the fence. That's why he couldn't move. He was literally stuck in that fence. So we're under caution and once more, lap 126 of 300. We have managed to have a few good green flag runs here, and it hasn't mattered at all because Ashton Slice has been rocking tonight. I didn't know that he liked this track so much, Rick.
That's one of the strange things. I mean, we saw him dominate like Daytona Road Course. You know, he likes this, but he's really putting on a show here tonight.
Good crowd
Tyler
here.
Yeah, fabulous crowd. I mean, Tyler Dougan's been trying to catch him, Chris. That guy sitting in third, I don't want to mention his name because I don't want him to crash. He's been doing a heck of a job here tonight. Dalton Kilrow putting on a heck of a show there in that number 24.
You said his name.
I know. It's because we're under caution. Jamie Walker, there we go. We'll take the curse off him. Doing what he has to do, still sitting in fourth. Ian Haviuk rounding out that top five. Hank Caston moves up to sixth position. Gaston's on a lot of work too, Chris. He started this race here in 21st. He's sitting in sixth right now.
Looks like we have two trucks that have retired. Philip Walling in the 48, being shown 5 laps down, doesn't appear to be in service. As we go back under the green flag, Ashton Slice hits the loud pedal, and we are gone once again. The other truck that is down multiple laps, 72 of them in fact. Todd Hatcher in the 40 looks like he is also retired.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hatcher in that 40 in a little while, Chris. 72 laps down right now. And it is confirmed that the 48 has packed it up and put it in the hauler.
Well, Rick, I think we're going to catch it when we can. It's Sunday night. It's lap 130 of 300. We're about to crank it up. Cranking it up on a Sunday night. I really, really do.
Yeah, I mean, these trucks just sound so good going around here.
A little bit of a battle here for third spot. Walker has made it to the inside of the 24 of Kilrow, and Walker looking to try and take it over. He has the preferred line. They are drag racing down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Kilrow battling back on the outside, but that doesn't last long. Walker looks like he's going to take it away here on the back stretch. Somehow Kilrow is fighting again on the outside. Rick, you don't want to do that for too many laps or else, oh yeah, see, you get into the wall and you start eating your tires up.
Well, the tires are at a premium here at Martinsville, Chris. These drivers only have 2 sets. That means that they can either take 4 2 times or they can come down, take 2, and then 2 or 4. So that's all they get. So, I mean, I'm seeing Ashton Slice. It seems he's not really sliding too much, but definitely slowing down a little bit. But man, does he have this line down like you would not believe right now. I mean, he's got one heck of a lead there between him and Tyler Dougan right now. It was just over a second, but now it just fell back a little bit. Seems that Dougan's actually starting to catch the number 68.
Well, actually maybe starting to get a little worried about fuel here, Rick, with about 10 laps to go before the end of this stage. In fact, why don't we climb on board and see what he's doing inside of that truck. First thing that you notice right off is that windshield is filthy. Holy cow.
You know, we're looking at this here on the PC, Chris, and I believe Ashton, I think he raced it with VR, and I can tell you right now, VR makes that dirty windshield even worse.
Well, if he's saving fuel, Rick, I'm not seeing it.
No, I mean, he's doing exactly, you know, and that's what it's all about, Chris. Consistency, hitting your marks, doing what you have to do. He knows the way around Martinsville. I mean, he's been proving it all night here. He's got 141 laps led so far. That gap just opened up way past 1.5 seconds. So that's the slice pouring it down right now.
Maybe starting to set up a battle for second spot as Jamie Walker starting to close in on the 25 of Tyler Dougan. Jamie Walker appears to be on a mission.
Well, that's something that we see week in and week out, man. I mean, that's why he's the points leader right now. Had a fabulous season up to so far. I mean, did have some bad luck, but he comes out of it strong there towards the next race again, and he's just proven that once again here tonight.
He got around.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, he got around Dalton Kilroe, and Kilroe's sitting in fourth spot, but he hasn't really gone anywhere. Kilroe's still right there in the picture.
He is. But I mean, just think of the amount of work Jamie Walker has had to put in here tonight. That's just crazy. It's, you know, he came in, he served a penalty. He's been in a bunch of times on pit road, and there he is sitting right now in third position. And it looks like he's catching the back keeper there, Tyler Dougan. So I don't think he's going to be in third for too long.
About 4 laps to go before we fall under caution once again for stage number 2. And Ashton Slice is pulling away still.
And I can tell you, when that caution flag comes out, Chris, these pit crew guys are going to be making bank because everyone's coming down. I mean, they're going to be so busy, it's going to be ridiculous down there.
Top 11 drivers on the lead lap. Blake Decker, the last truck on the lead lap. Dakota Todd, first truck on a lap down.
Which is actually kind of surprising because Dakota Todd, man, he was fast on practice, Chris. See the leaders getting around the number 86, Terry Foster. Terry's still hanging it out there, man. I got to give massive props to Terry. You know, what he's dealing with, that's something that's, you know, I know one of my old customers, you know, had that same issue, and man, it beats up your body. And Terry, he's out there doing what he has to do. I'm sure he's doing it with a smile on his face too.
I don't know if I've ever met a driver that gets more joy out of iRacing than Terry Foster. He loves this. And we are under caution for stage number 2. That man right there, Ashton Slice, picking up the second stage win of the night, and nobody, Rick, has been able to touch him under the green flag.
I mean, it's going to be really interesting too to see when these trucks cycle down through their pit stops. I mean, everybody's going to be coming down, I think, especially the leaders. I mean, those guys, not very many of them come down, and here they all come right now. Going to get 4 fresh Goodyear tires underneath these trucks. Going to get that Sunoco racing fuel into the tank. And you know, some of these trucks are mighty thirsty.
Well, what have we proven so far? We've proven we can go 152 laps on a tank of fuel with the cautions that we've had.
So right there, I mean, it kind of throws out. I mean, if these guys go green, it's going to be interesting. I would really like to know how low they are on fuel.
Oh, I would say they're just about ready to stall. They have to be. Ashton Slice getting service done. Both sides of his truck have gone in the air, and he is out the pit stop. But guess what? Tyler Dougan able to get out in front.
And something's going on with Dougan there, Chris.
Well, keep an eye on that. But we have to talk to this man right here one more time. Ashton Slice, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, buddy, you are having a fantastic race now. The winner of stage 1 and stage 2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the streak going. Hopefully, we can keep it for another 150 laps. Hopefully, my computer can hold up and won't get screwed up with another good finish this time.
Yeah, this is going to be a big race for you, bud. I have a feeling, and it's definitely yours to lose at this point because you have the dominant truck out there. Anybody on that 68 you'd like to thank before we get to the green flag?
I got to thank Marshall Newton for spotting for me tonight. And, Mark for coming out with a pretty good setup for tonight.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way in the 68.
Thank you.
Ashton Slice, driver of the 68, won stage 1 and stage 2.
You can hear how happy he is, Chris. I mean, he's out there just having a good old time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he won the stages, Rick, but he hasn't won the war yet. The 92 of Blake Decker stayed out. And Decker has the lead. Last week's winner, Blake Decker, deciding to stay out and get those points for leading a lap. And then he stayed out some more just for fun. Now he wants to try and lead the race. And this is something that Ashton hasn't had to deal with. These single file restarts, he's used to being up front. And right now, though, it's going to be Blake Decker looking for that green flag. He's getting ready to hit the loud pedal, and he is gone, Rick.
Yeah, Decker really wasting no time there, hitting and mashing that gas, Chris, right now. We'll see if he's able. Ooh.
Oh, no, the 92 gets really, really loose. Tries to save it. The 68 gives him room, but we're under caution anyway. Not sure what happened there, Rick.
Trying to find the 39. I don't see him out on track right now.
No, you're absolutely right. It was the 39. We're going to have to go back a little bit further. This is the restart, or getting ready for the restart, rather. And the 39, Jacob Sayers, gets his truck rolling. And right off from that very first corner, taking the green flag, spins it around, and I believe he may have called it a night, Rick.
Yeah, I can confirm that 39 is loading up into his hauler right now, Chris. He is out of here getting ready to bring that truck back to the shop, get it all fixed up for Gateway next week.
Well, the 92 of Blake Decker getting kind of lucky there, Rick, because he got really loose, and that was going to give Ashton Slice the lead back, but instead we got a caution. And the 13 of Chris Williams gets the lucky dog, goes around the leader to rejoin the tail end of the field. Chris Williams now back on the lead lap. We normally like to hear from our spotter, but it's his birthday, and he might be celebrating.
I'm thinking I mean, we definitely would love to talk with him, but right now he's got that mic muted, so we don't want to interrupt anything. Probably have a nice chocolate cake with some Pepto frosting. Likes the Pepto.
Pepto-Bismol, the official drink here at Blazing Pedals for all your spotting needs.
That's right. I told you I got I got some stock in that, and it's been doing really good. But, you know, we talked to Ashton Slice. He's another driver out there who has an actual real life spotter, and that comes in handy, especially on a track like, I mean, it comes in handy on any track. But I mean, super speedways, short track here, like in Martinsville, they're your best friend.
And you have to trust them like they are in either situation. Got a new third place truck out there, bud. It's the Ford truck of Christopher Tate. Tate has really made some moves, and he's worked his way up to 4-spot kill behind him. As it looks like we're getting ready to go back Well, soon, because the pace car lights are still on, but they'll shut off this time, and it's a short circuit, so it won't be long now before the pace car drops off from the race surface, goes down pit road. Blake Decker knows that he has to be a little bit more careful this time because he got very loose. If that caution hadn't come out, the 68 was working his way to the inside, was going to go right around him. So Decker has to be a little bit more cautious this time. Going into turn 1. Right now, he's going to be coming out of turn 4, going to hit the loud pedal. And there he goes, the 92, getting this one back under green flag conditions. And it looks like the 92 is a little bit tight right now, Rick. He had to take that corner just a little bit different, and Ashton Slice is going to make him pay.
Yep, Ashton's going to capitalize from that. He knows that the 92, Blake Decker, right now, he is very, very tight. Decker hangs on to lead that lap, but it ain't going to last for too long. Ashton Slice working that inside right now. Gets clear of the 92, and now that 68 is up there in that fresh, clean air.
In third spot is Dalton Kilrose. Seems like Kilrose's been spending a lot of time right in that position. And he may be looking now to the inside. Maybe trying to take over second from Blake Decker. Kilroe making that pass happen on the inside. Jamie Walker behind him. Maybe trying to figure out a way to follow him through. He does. Jamie Walker now to the inside of Blake Decker. Decker going backwards on the outside. Has to find a gap. He does now. Falls in line behind the 88. Still under the green flag, Rick, if you could tell me who it was that went. But we are still under green.
They might have saved it, Chris. Whoever it was, holy cow. Everybody going the right way right now.
Christopher Tate in the Ford truck. Under attack by Tyler Dougan. Dougan to the inside. Dougan taking position away. That's for position 5. And here comes Hank Caston in the 5. He's going to try and make it happen to the inside as well. Tate going backwards. Again, another driver stuck to the outside. And that's exactly what happens, Rick. You lose 1, maybe 2 positions at a time. If you're on that outside line, you open up a hole and everybody's going to drive right through it.
You're absolutely right, and that's what Hank Caston exactly did. I mean, we've been seeing that tonight when one truck goes, if somebody's close enough and they can follow, once you get your bumper on that inside there, you know, you force the guy to stay up high, and you're going to be able to move through it. It's just going to be a freight train there. I did just get word that Terry Foster in the number 86 has called it a night here in Martinsville, Chris. He's putting that 86 right there into the truck. He is done for the night.
All right, well, a superhuman effort by Terry Foster to even be out there tonight and to drive over half of this race. So congratulations on doing that, Terry, and thank you for making that trip down pit road lane for us with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, who is also retired from this one. So those 2 drivers also gone. Jacob Sayers has called it a night. So Juan and Todd Hatcher all out of this race. Up front it is Ashton Slice, and he's got those fresh tires. He knows what to do with them. He's got a gap over Dalton Kilroe of 1.3, almost 1.4 seconds, Rick. And Ashton just reassumes the lead. He's been doing it all night long.
Now that guy in second place right there, Chris, in that number 24 Turn 3 Racing Network, he's had quite the season. I mean, didn't have the luck. You mentioned that he should change the paint scheme, and that really did it. And that 24's been charging hard all season long, doing a fabulous job. Terry Foster and Chad, thanks guys. I'm toast. Time for drugs in bed. Well, hey, listen, buddy. Congratulations. You put on one heck of a show, man. You stuck it out. We'll see you next week in Gateway, I'm sure. You just get yourself better, man. That's all that matters.
Yep, keep getting yourself better, Terry, and we will see you next week. Tyler Dougan in at 25 has done some pretty impressive things as of late. Right now, running in 4th spot. He's got Jamie Walker ahead of him by about 1.5 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on that gap.
Yeah, that Wolves machine, he's been working that thing hard. Started this race in 10th, Chris. He was up towards the front there for quite a bit of it when these guys started going for the long green flag stretches here. Yeah, doing a good job right now, sitting in 4th. Hank Caston there in the 5 machine sitting in 5th position. He's been working hard too. He started this race at 21st, sitting in 5th. Good run there for Mr. Caston and that beautiful paint job.
Lap 178 of 300. It's Sunday night action. Brought to you by TRJ It's the Blazing Pedals Truck Series. Hank Caston gets a little bit loose. He may pay for that one to 46. Kyle Wellman to the inside. Wellman taking position away from Caston. And Caston now running in 6th position.
Right behind him, Tate doing a good job in that Ford machine, sitting in 7th right now, Chris. He started this race 5th, so he fell back a little bit. Was involved in some crazy stuff earlier on.
Breaking news, Rick. The 6 truck was trying to get some laps under his belt tonight, and he is going to come to a stop because his motor just expired. The 6 truck heading down pit road, calling it a night.
Plano Paulson, he had an
Caution
issue there
on
earlier.
the track. Kyle Wellman has gone around. We're going to have to go back and take a peek, see what happened to the 46 machine. Oh, he came off the corner, got squirrely there. I believe it's going to be this corner. Oh, Hank Caston gets into the back of him a little bit there. He had lost momentum, and Caston had a good run, and Wellman facing the wrong way on this short track.
Tough night for the Dr. Squatch Racing brothers. As I was saying earlier, Chris, before the caution came out, Derek Paulson had an issue there. His truck was barbecuing, but he was able to actually get back out on track. But unfortunately, that motor just not good enough. Pit road stays pretty quiet. Ashton Slice gearing up to start this race once again. We're under caution number 14 of the night right now. We have 119 laps left, 118, sorry, left to go. Some of these drivers still has one of those sets of tires. It's going to be interesting to see if they come down and actually use them or not. Martinsville, one of the tougher tracks on the schedule this season. Lucas Oil looks to be fun. See how that goes. I'm looking forward to the Roval. And I know another guy that's been leading this race mostly tonight there. Probably pretty excited about that too. Ashton Slice, a really good road racer. He really knows how to make these trucks turn left and right. As of right now, that running order, Ashton Slice sitting in 1st, Dalton Kilrow on that 24 machine sitting in 2nd, Jamie Walker in the 88. Discount Tire is going to be 3rd, Tyler Dougan sitting in 4th, Hank Caston in 5th.
Yeah, just about ready to restart here, Rick, in the 68. So dominant tonight. Does any other driver have anything for that 68?
You know, I don't really think so, Chris. I mean, Ashton really knows his way around Martinsville. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we've seen Jamie Walker start this race way in the back, serve the penalty, went down pit road a bunch of times, worked his way up into the 3rd, so you can't discount that. Tyler Dougan, he's been up there. Hank Caston's been doing a great job. Dalton Kilrow, he's right there ready. Green flag drops. There goes Ashton Slice once again, Chris. Getting the restarts down. I mean, he's just got him down pat right now. Doing a heck of a job there in that 68 under caution.
And it looks like Chris Williams and Brian D's involved with this one. It continues again. 13, that smoke rolling out from underneath the hood. We're going to back it up one more time. Skittles, you know we're going to see that Duke crew back again. And there it is. Oh, 13 hard into that outside retaining wall. And Corey Sherman had no choice but to go into him. No choice whatsoever. Brian Dees takes a little bit in the end.
Y'all need one of them Martinsville dogs. Head down to the pit stall to number 13. He's got it cooking.
Lap 188 of 300, and we're back under caution. Aston Slice has won both of the stages so far. We're working that final and most important stage here on lap 188. Some of these drivers have one more set of tires to go for tonight, Rick, and the question's going to be, when are they going to use them? I'm thinking lap 225-ish. Been a hot day here in Vermont. Spent some time out on the boat this afternoon. And it's even hotter tonight watching this action. Again, brought to you by TRJ It's the Blazing Pedals Truck Series. And these guys have had a tough night. Martinsville is not an easy track. This short track racing really taking a bite out of this field. 14th through 21st, all retired out of this race so far. Some names of note that have retired from the race already. Derek Polson in the 6. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10. Other all names of note. Corey Sherman, Alex Hicks, Jacob Sayers, Terry Foster, Philip Welling, and Todd Hatcher have all retired from this one. Ashton Slice has led just about every lap here tonight. The 92 of Blake Decker was able to lead a couple, but that was short-lived as he stayed out on those old tires. And the 68 had fresh tires. He was able to get around him fairly easily. Picked up a lot of bonus points here tonight. He's going to have laps, most led laps, stage 1 victory, stage 2 victory.
And if it keeps going, Chris, he's going to have a race win too.
Well, right now, I'm glad I'm not a member of one of those pit crews, Rick, because I'd have to tell the driver not to bother coming down. They'd ask me why, and I'd say because I'm eating ice cream.
I ain't gonna lie, Chris, I got a vanilla drumstick with me too.
Back under green flag, Ashton Slice again with a nice restart. This time, though, Kilroe almost had it timed right. He was trying to hold on to your race leader, but couldn't quite do it. And a lot of that comes that, you don't want to restart in the corner. You have to wait until you have a straight shot out. And that is a big advantage here for the race leader, Ashton Slice. He keeps taking advantage of that very situation. Dalton Kilroe running second, Jamie Walker third, Tyler Dougan in fourth, Christopher Tate going to be running in 5th spot. Jamie, I don't necessarily like this paint scheme as much as I like the other one. I'm just going to put that out there. Tyler
Skittles agrees.
Kyle Wellman, one of 2 remaining squad guys in this race. Brian McRae the other. Wellman running in 5th. Brian McRae running 10th position, 1 lap down. Hank Caston was running in the top 5 not long ago. He finds himself 1 lap down now, as is Brian Dees. Chris Williams 10 laps down, and Chris Williams been in pit road for about 4 minutes 10 seconds.
I have a feeling 13 is going to be in there for a little bit, Chris. I mean, that thing was smoking like you wouldn't believe.
Not just racing against everybody else, it's becoming a race of attrition. The 7 drivers have called it quits here tonight, and we're under caution once again. Oh, this time it's, oh boy. Ian Habiak comes out of the corner a little bit hot, noses into that inside retaining wall. The TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra has heavy damage to the front end. And I'm pretty sure I just heard Tim Habiak take a gulp.
I think you're right, Chris. I mean, looking out the cockpit of that number 16 machine, that hood is damaged. Kind of looks like the truck's wearing a hat. Got the bill sticking out.
We're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and sneak in a commercial break, Rick. We're going to be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back live as we're starting to end the caution, that last caution. We're on working lap 203 now, and your leader Asher Slice, Dalton Kilrow second, Tyler Dougan third, Kyle Wellman fourth, Blake Decker in fifth, Dakota Todd running sixth spot, Christopher Tate running in seventh, Jimmy Walker all the way back to eighth spot, but he came down pit road. As the pace car peels off, we're getting ready to go back under the green flag to 68, looking to restart this one as he has been very quickly onto the loud pedal, and he is gone once again. Dalton Kilrow in second spot. Tyler Dougan in third. I'm going to see if he can get to the back bumper of the 24. Ooh, the 46, a Wellman off from the wall, and that may bunch him up behind him. Oh, it does. I believe that was Christopher Tate on the inside going for a little bit of a ride. He was able to gather it back up, and the 4 continues on, but heavy damage to the left front and now blinks.
Yeah, Tate did a good job there, Chris. I mean, everybody actually did a good job of, staying clear, giving him plenty of room there. Getting back up to speed right now.
Ryan McRae in the 35. He's running in 8th position. And back a couple of trucks is Dakota Todd running 9th. Hank Caston 1 lap down, running in 10th position, but he is fast still.
He just wants to go fast.
Well, he's running ahead of 8th place runner, the 35 of Brian McRae. So Hank Caston just trying to continue being the first truck 1 lap down. Knows if he gets a caution, he'll have the lucky dog at this point. Ashton Slice has already opened up a 1.5 second lead over Dalton Kilrow in second spot. So Slice is continuing to show everybody how to get around this track. The only problem is, Rick, they're not close enough to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it, man. Ashton Slice has that thing on rails tonight.
Battle starting to shape up here for second spot. Tyler Dougan has caught the back bumper of the 24, and he's just waiting to see if Dalton Kilrow has a mistake. If he does, the 25 of Tyler Dougan will try and capitalize. He may have a slightly faster truck, but has to have the line.
Look who's back up in the fourth place, Chris. That's the 88, Jamie Walker.
It makes me kind of wonder if Walker decided to use that second set of tires early on in this run to try and get up towards the front, because he is moving.
He's moving fast. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he did. It's definitely working.
Last time by, Jamie Walker, the fastest truck on the track. And Walker looking to join this battle for second spot. Dalton Kilrow, Tyler Dougan, and now Jamie Walker has joined the fray. Kilrow sitting in second spot and two trucks behind him, all for position. Skittles is out there cheering him on, going, go, 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 Jamie. Jamie Walker to the inside. He's going to try and take position away from Tyler Dougan. Dougan able to keep it out in front and cuts the nose. So he holds position. But now he knows the 88 is there, and the 88 is fast.
Chris, I just noticed that the 16 is sitting on pit road right now, and they are in the infield care center.
Oh, I think you let her do it.
Hey, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Not too good since I'm talking to you here.
That is true. Just pulled out of the infield care center, man. I see the 16 sitting there on pit road. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, just got bounced around too early in this race. Not gonna mention who, but just by people, and I mean, it's a combination of people. And I was pressing my luck too early, trying to get under a lap truck and trying to eat into the wall earlier. So trying to get motor fixed. We got about 3 minutes of repair, so be out on track here in a little bit. But just wanted to come talk to y'all, tell y'all what happened.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, listen, that stinks, man. I mean, you did really good. You qualified strong. And tonight, just Martinsville, not your luck, you know. Hopefully you're not celebrating too much in your dad's night.
No, trust me, I'm not. The only thing I'm celebrating is his birthday.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, listen, get that number 16 back out there, marching laps.
Yep, we are.
Good luck, bud.
Yep, thank you. You too. I will.
Tough break for the 16 as he is in pit road for repairs.
Just to hear the emotion in his voice, Chris, I mean, that kind of breaks my heart. I mean, he comes out here, he qualified really strong, but running good, and just not his luck here in Martinsville tonight.
Well, he's joining a bunch of other drivers, Rick. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. It's short track racing. There's going to be contact made. There's nothing you can do about that. It's part of the game that we play when we're on these short tracks. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Look at the lead that Ashton Slice has right now on second place going to Phil Rowe. 4.233 seconds.
Going into blimp mode and there's nobody around. But the battle hot and heavy here for second, third, and fourth as Kilroe, Dougan, and Walker nose to tail all around this track. If Walker did take tires, those have finally equalized out, Rick, because he's running equal track times to the two trucks in front of him.
It looks like it didn't take long for that to happen, Chris. I've been just watching the 88. You know, he's having a hard time getting around Dougan. Dougan doing a fabulous job there at 25, protecting his lane. That takes a little pressure off the 24.
You're absolutely right. The 24 actually is starting to pull away just a little bit. As the 25 is modifying his line a little bit to keep the 88 at bay. I want to go ahead and thank everybody out there in Turn 3 Racing Network, man, once again for coming out and starting your week off strong with the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series right here on Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for taking some time out of your Sunday night and getting ready for the work week ahead. These trucks are starting to get tight to each other once again. Now the 88 may have a line. The 25 got a little tight coming out of that corner, and he left a little bit of a hole. The 88 tries to take advantage, can't do it. The 25 gets squirrely, straightens it up, and into the next set of turns they go. The 88 now to the inside once again. The 88 trying to press his position, trying to get into the top three. Can Jamie Walker do this clean? Oh, a little bit of contact with the 25. Everybody's okay. Everybody's able to continue on. Jamie Walker to third. Folks, let me just tell you, that was actually a clean pass. That's how you pass on short tracks. You have to sometimes move people out of your way.
You gotta use that door just like you gotta use the bumpers, you know? Habiak, we talked to him when he was in the infield care center. Chris, he's back out on track doing what he has to do there. And then number 16, 19 laps down right now, sitting in 12th position.
Well, now it's just a matter of keep running. You don't know what's going to happen. We're on lap 236 of 300. If somebody were to fall out now, he'd be in a position. And we are under caution.
That'd be the 46.
Kyle Wellman in the 46 gets it fired back up and rolling. We'll go back and take a look, see what happened. Well, it's the same story once again. Kind of just a self-spin. Stuck on the bottom as trucks are going around. Finally gets it fired back up and he's able to continue on. But that did bring out caution once again. This time Kyle Wellman in the 46.
Look who came down pit road, Chris.
Yeah, the race leader, Ashton Slice, came down pit road. He gave up the lead. He gave it up to Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe and Jamie Walker going to make up the front row this time by. Oh, no, we're going single file, so it'll be Kilroe, then Jamie Walker, then Brian McRae. So if those drivers stay out, Rick, that's the furthest back Ashton Slice has been all night long.
Kind of talked about this in one of his interviews, Chris, one of the stage win, I believe was the first one, that he wanted to save a set of tires for this late in the race, and he was able to do it. I don't think he'll be back there too long. I mean, we saw what Jamie Walker was able to do there with fresh rubber. So I don't think Ashton will be back there for too long.
I don't know if he's going to be able to afford to. I believe what we saw with Walker was about 25 laps or so, the tires equaled out. So if he can't make his moves early, Ashton may find himself with pretty equal tires to everybody else that's out there. Not to mention, Rick, catching somebody here at Martinsville, not so hard. Getting around them, that's the tough part.
That is going to be the tough part, and that's something that, you know, I mean, Kilroe, Walker, they've been racing pretty hard. They got to get, you know, he's going to get around Brian McRae, too. McRae's sitting there in third right now. They all know his preferred line, so if they can take that away from him, what could happen?
Well, back over the green.
Dalton Kilroe got a really good restart. Walker, they got a little loose there coming out of the corner, but able to hang on to it.
Well, they know they have to go, and here they come. Here comes the 68 already. Oh no! Oh, the 88 gets into the 24, and then, oh man, what a pile up! What an absolute pile up. We're going to go back and take a look one more time. The 88 had a run. Tried to make it work. And the 24 was there. He kind of comes down and blocks a little bit. The 88 holding line. The 24 comes down in and he goes around hard. The 68 gets involved. The 35 gets involved. And the 24 and the 88 dead in the water on track. Ashton Slice actually coming down pit road again. And that will give the lead over to Tyler Dougan. Dougan has been in the top spot, or at least in striking range all night long. Now has that top spot. Absolute heartbreaker. Nothing feels worse than when you accidentally take out the race leader. I know Walker would love that one to do all over again.
Well, I mean, I know he got a little loose there too, Chris. It almost looked like to me that he kind of like tapped his brakes, hoping that Dalton Kilroe was able to maybe save it and let him get his, you know, position back. And man, Chris Williams out there, Chad. Geez, I hope you guys have access to adult bell. Of course we do, bro. We got kegerators and ice cream.
The ice cream's keeping us going here tonight on Turn 3 Racing Network. Not gonna lie, it's vanilla and, well, it's vanilla. Been a long night so far here in Martinsville, and We still have about 54 laps to go, Rick.
And I have a feeling that's going to be a very exciting 54 laps to go, Chris. That short track, Chris, I mean, you know, short tracks are just as hard as the super speedways and all the cookie cutters. Guys got to settle down a little bit. Just do what you got to do. Hit those marks.
Well, times have certainly changed here as the dominant truck of the night, Ashton Slice, being shown 1 lap down in 9th position. Walker comes away from that last crash 3 laps down. Dalton Kilroy was able to get going again. He is still running in 5th spot. As we get ready to go back to the green flag, pace car is off. And for the first time in a long time, we're seeing him line up 2 by 2.
Look at Dougan. He's got a really good restart, and there he's bringing the 92. Blake Decker, he's back up in the mix there. Blake Decker has that momentum from the win last week, Chris.
He said during his interview that that was his best shot of getting into the playoffs. He's looking to follow it up with another one. Christopher Tate has been up and down this field multiple times tonight. Right now, he is sitting in 3rd spot with Brian McRae behind him. The 16 working the inside. That's Ian Habiak. He's 19 laps down, but he is out there for pride. McRae gets very tight, heads up towards the wall, has to roll it up and save it. Hank Caston now working the inside, trying to get by him.
Kyle Wellman goes around in 9th place.
Wellman having a very tough night. You can tell his truck heavily damaged and certainly not up to speed. Tyler Dougan looking really good all of a sudden as a potential race winner. He's got the race lead. He's being followed by Blake Decker, Christopher Tate, Dakota Todd running in 4th spot, Brian McRae running in 5th, and Ashton Slice has worked his way back up to 6th position, but he is still a lap down.
Dougan starting to pull away from Decker there, Chris. Just under a second and a half. There it goes. Started tonight's race, Chris, with 21 trucks out there on the field right now. 12 still running. Martinsville has been disastrous for a lot of drivers here tonight.
Of those 12 running, Rick, there's only 4 trucks on the lead lap. 5 trucks on the lead lap.
Brian McRae and that number 35 sitting in 5th position. Last truck on the lead lap.
When you draw up a season and you throw in a Martinsville, this isn't typically the race that you're expecting. Sure, you're used to having a couple more cautions than normal, but these guys came in tonight ready to fight, and a lot of drivers have gone home as the losers of that fight so far. Martinsville taking a bite out of the blazing pedals. Tyler Dougan is your race leader. Blake Decker, last week's winner, running in second, but he's got about a 3.4 second gap to try and catch the leader. Dakota Todd running in third spot. Christopher Tate running in fourth. And Brian McRae, Rick, you already mentioned it. He's the last truck on the lead lap, running in fifth spot. Ashton Slice is running around this track as fast as humanly possible to try and get his lap back. He had the dominant truck for the night. Unfortunate set of circumstances puts him a lap down late in this one. And I'll tell you, a caution right now would be huge for the 68 as they would get him back on the lead lap. And it would tighten the field up and give him the best opportunity to try and win this one. And Rick, he really deserves it. He was running hard tonight. Very dominant here tonight. And just, again, bad set of circumstances. Puts him down one lap.
Yeah, I'm sure Ashton Slice wheeling that number 68 around, Chris. Not too happy with the situation right now. We still have some racing left to go here, but not much. We got about 36 laps clear left to go. There's caution.
And caution is out on track. It looks like it might be the 17 of Brian Dees. We're going to go back and take a peek. Dees was on the outside of the 5 of Hank Caston. He gets into the wall a little bit, gets very tight, goes up into the marbles, but keeps it going straight into the next corner. Has a pretty good run. Has to get on the brakes a little bit. Comes off too hard and into the inside retaining wall goes the 17, almost up into the 16, but able to get on the binders and woes up that 17 before he makes contact with Ian Habia. And caution out once again here in Martinsville. The 68 wasting no time. He's around that pace car, getting his lap back. Ashton Slice rejoins the lead lap drivers. And that could be disastrous for everybody else. That truck has been awful dominant tonight. But it does have a couple of battle scars on it now, Rick.
Yeah, that it definitely does. There ain't too many trucks out there without little battle scars. I mean, number 25, he's looking pretty clean out there. A little dirty, but clean.
Ashton's going to come down pit road. Let's see if he has a set of tires in the bank for his number 68. That would be huge. We're going to keep an eye right here on the 68, see if we get anything out of the pit crew aside from a tank of fuel. Looks like no tires for the 68. I believe he's just having some damage repaired. And back out on track he goes. Ashton Slice in the 68. So 6 drivers now on the lead lap. Hank Caston in the 5, the first truck. 1 lap down. Kyle Wellman in the 46, also 1 lap down. Dalton Kilwell, Brian Dees, 2 laps down apiece. Jamie Walker, 4 laps down. Spent a good part of 3 minutes in pit road last time. Obviously getting some work done to his 88. And Ian Habia, the last truck out there, running 19 laps down, but running. Getting set to go back under the green flag. Tyler Dougan ready to push the loud button one more time. He goes. And the 8 of Dakota Todd caught kind of sleeping because here comes the 92 of Blake Decker to the inside. Decker and Todd battling for second spot onto the backstretch. Ooh, Blake Decker gets a big wiggle out of his 92, able to hold on to it. Still holds enough momentum to try and get to the inside of Todd, but no, Todd defends off on the outside. We haven't seen that all night long. Christopher Tate makes his way to the inside of Blake Decker. Decker, last week's winner, starting to go backwards. Decker in the 92, trying to turn in, can't quite get there. Here comes Hank Caston in the 5. Decker bounces off the wall.
I think Decker might have a little issue with the steering there, Chris. I mean, I see that right front tire. It's pushed out a little bit.
Blake Decker falling multiple positions, and he isn't done yet. The 88 working the inside. That's Jamie Walker. He's 4 laps down, but he is trying to get him back the hard way. Here comes Dalton Kilrow in the 24 to the inside. The 46 of Wellman now working inside. Decker going backwards in a hurry. Here comes the 68 of Ashton Slice. Ashton has had the dominant truck here all night long. Ashton trying to figure out a way to try and make that pass. Can't quite do it. Falls in line. Now goes down to the inside. The 92 tight. Can't hold the bottom of the track. The 68 can hold the bottom of the track. Can he make the pass? Through the corner, the 68 makes that pass happen. And Blake Decker now running in the top 5. Decker has led more laps than anybody else here tonight. Found himself 1 lap down just a little bit ago. Got it back in this last caution. Now the 68 trying to march itself to the front. Up front it is the 25. That's Tyler Dougan. He's being chased down right now by Dakota Todd. Todd finding late race speed in that number 8. And we are under caution. Not quite sure, Rick.
Yeah, I didn't really see much going on out there.
Well, we'll back it up, see if we can't figure out what happened. Oh, it was the 24 and the 4. Christopher Tate looks like he took the worst brunt of it, so we'll go back on him. Hank Caston working the inside of the 4. Christopher Tate able to hold his line slightly higher than Caston. Caston works down to the inside. Oh, they make contact and around they go. The 24 actually just avoids it. And Tate hung up on the middle of the track and gets it fired back up, and away he goes. And that very little lead that Tyler Dougan had on Dakota Todd is gone. Folks, want to go ahead and thank you once again for coming out to watch the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals Truck Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate you spending a little bit of time here with us on a Sunday night, getting ready to start our work week strong. There's not a better way to do it. Tonight, short track action at Martinsville Speedway. Lots of cautions that have taken out almost half of the field here tonight. Right now we have 7 trucks on the lead lap. 8th position, Hank Caston, 1 lap down. Dalton Kilrow, 2 laps down. Jamie Walker, the points leader coming into the night, finds himself 4 laps down. Brian Dees is 14 laps down. And Ian Habia, after an extended stay on pit road, is 19 laps down right now, running for pride and for his father's birthday.
Talking about Brian Dees and the number 17, Chris. He's in the infield care center. Brian Dees got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys. How's it going?
A little bit better than what you're dealing with, bud. How? What's going on out there?
Well, turns out I'm kind of an idiot. Had the self spin there, and then forgot to shut my tires off, and took an extra set of tires there. So with the tire limit. Yeah, it's either that or take a pretty hefty penalty. So I chose to just park it the rest of the night and take whatever I get.
All right, buddy. Well, unfortunately, that happened to you. But hey, listen, next week, Gateway, we'll see you there.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Driver number 17, Brian Dees, calling it quits for the night as we get ready to go back under the green flag. Tyler Dougan in the 25 hits the loud pedal. He's being followed through, though, on the inside by the 68 of Ashton Slice. Ashton's trying to get back to the front of this field. He has been dominant tonight, Rick, and right now finds himself back in second spot. Just about 15 laps ago, he was a lap down. Now, battling for second spot. Takes that over from the 8 of Dakota Todd. The 68 working his way towards the front. Now only one driver ahead of him. It's Tyler Dougan. These two are battling in reverse order, with Ashton Slice up front and Tyler Dougan in second for many, many laps of this race. So a little bit of a role reversal there. Can the 68 in 16 laps figure out a way to catch and pass the 25 of Tyler Dougan? The 68 has been dominant, like I said, all night long, and finds himself in second spot. Dakota Todd isn't making it an easy task either. The 8 finding some late race speed, and he is glued to the back bumper of the 68.
No, what Todd? Oh, undercut.
Caution flying once again. It looks like it's the 46 of Kyle Wellman. Again, we're going to go back and take a peek.
I have a feeling he's not going to be taking a shower with fine car.
46 coming off and spins himself again. I think that's the fourth time tonight Kyle Wellman has come off the corner loose, and this time keeps it off the inside wall. But Wellman bringing out the caution one more time. And that one more time is the one that Dougan didn't want to have happen. That's going to put the 68 side by side with him on the next restart, Rick.
That's where it's going to be interesting. I mean, we've seen it all night long. Ashton Slice, he'll get his restart. He does a good job, but then he moves up a little bit, takes that lane away. Now, I don't know how we're going to be restarting. I'm guessing it's going to be double file like we did last time. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dougan can do with that number 25 Tennessee Bowl W Silverado.
Winner of the Lucky Dog Award is going to be the 5 truck of Hank Caston. That'll put 7 trucks on the lead lap. Hank Caston rejoining the tail end of the field as a Lucky Dog. Kyle Wellman on pit road getting service after that last spin. No tires to be found. Goodyear has come by and taken all the tires away.
I bet he's probably down in the 88 pit going, hey, I need some discount tires, you know what I'm saying?
Retread, bias ply, whatever you got. Next time across the start-finish line, there's going to be 10 laps to go. This has been a long one, no question, but the end is near, and we are setting up for what could be a fantastic finish.
Now we've seen Ashton Slice. It looks like they're starting to get 2 by 2 maybe. We know that he can restart that number 68 really good. We've been seeing it all night, Chris, but man.
Well, the advantage that the leader has is they're in control of the field. Tyler Dougan, no slouch when it comes to that. The 68 is going to have a really good run because you know Dakota Todd on the inside second row is going to be pushing hard. This could be for all the marbles right here, Rick. We're getting ready to restart. The 25 has control of the field. He takes off. The 68 stays with him. The 68 of Ashton Slice trying to stay with him on the outside. Not a great place to be. He needs to pull down. Oh, he tries, and Dakota Todd gets into the 68 into the wall. The 68 hits the wall hard. That brings out the caution, and Dakota Todd got into him. And Ashton Slice, bad luck continues.
Like Blake Decker in the 92 got a little bit of piece of that, Chris. He's still hanging on to third position right now.
We're going back to watch it as the 68 had to make a move down to the inside, and he did it just a little bit late. Dakota Todd was there, and he came to a dead stop. Hard hit to the right front, and somehow didn't blow a motor. So Ashton Slice was battling for the lead, now finds himself in 7th spot. What a hard hit that the 68 just had. My goodness. How he was able to drive away from that, I don't know. Well, Rick, with about 6 laps to go, call it 5.5 really. Oh, looks like Dakota Todd maybe getting the ding from the admin as we saw him pull over and stop. But where I was going with that was with 6 laps to go, I think we have time for another caution.
Yeah, Dakota Todd's going to be getting in an EOL here, Chris. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. He was in position. That's too bad. So it's going to be Tyler Dougan, Blake Decker, Christopher Tate in your top 3. Brian McRae is working position 4. Hank Caston in his 5 is in 5th spot. Ashton Slice is working position 6. Dakota Todd dinged all the way back to 7th spot. Dalton Kilrow 1 lap down, and we're on 4 laps to go. From here on out, Rick, if the caution flies one more time, that'll be the end of the race. Simply not enough laps to get this one going back under green again, so it's going to be checkers or wreckers going forward as the pace car lights fall off. About 3/4 of the way down the backstretch, it'll pull on a pit road, and the 25 will take control of the field. Back under the green flag we go. The 25 of Tyler Dougan with a good restart. Blake Decker trying to hold on. He does. Picks up 2nd spot. Falls back in line. And Christopher Tate holding on to 3rd. White flag in the air. Tyler Dougan looking to win this one. Blake Decker following up the win with a 2nd place finish. Christopher Tate going to try for 3rd. We got one more corner to negotiate. Tyler Dougan coming down the front stretch. He is going to be the race winner tonight. Hank Caston spinning out. And Tyler Dougan, your race winner. Blake Decker following it up. Christopher Tate 3rd. Dakota Todd bringing it home 4th. Brian McRae in 5th. Hank Caston spun it at the end. He finished 6th. Ashton Slice 7th. Dalton Kilrow 8th. Jamie Walker ends tonight in 9th position. Kyle Wellman in 10th. Ian Habiat going to come home 11th. Brian Dees 12th. Chris Williams, Corey Sherman, Alex Hicks. Rounding out the top 15, Derek Paulson, Jacob Sayers, Terry Foster, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Philip Whaling, and Todd Hatcher to end out the field. Guys, we're going to take a quick moment, step away, come back for some post-race interviews, and we'll be right back. Back live here in Martinsville, and what a race we just watched. Tyler Dougan bringing home the race win, Blake Decker second, and Christopher Tate bringing it home in third. We'll talk to Chris Tate first. Chris Tate, driver of the number 4. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, bud, it was a long night for you, I'm sure. I can look at the front of the truck and know that it was. You were kind of up and down in the field all night long, but finished in third spot. That has to feel pretty good here in Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it happened out that way. My car was pretty much toast after I hit the inside wall earlier in the race, but managed to do what I can with what I had and came away with thirds.
Anybody on that 4 truck that you need to thank tonight?
Just Mark for setting up the league and putting on a good show every day, or every week, I guess. But that's about it.
All right, buddy. Listen, congratulations once again on your 3rd place finish. I'm going to let you go back down with your crew to celebrate.
Thank you.
Christopher Tate, driver of the number 4, bringing it home in 3rd spot. And Rick, I believe you caught up with 2nd place finisher Blake Decker.
Driver in the number 92 Chevy Silverado, Blake Decker. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. Coming off a win last week, coming in P2 tonight, man. How did your race go?
Not too good, to be honest. I didn't even deserve this good of a finish.
It's definitely been a tough track here tonight in Martinsville for a lot of drivers, man, but you did it. And you worked hard, man. You really did.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't great. Just got involved in some stuff early. My car wasn't really handling well much after that. I was sideways off of the corners. I was just trying to hang in till the end.
All right, man. Well, hey, listen, congratulations on P2. Is there anybody on that 92 you'd like to thank?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, brother.
All right, that was Blake Decker, driver of the 92, and that leaves us with one more to talk to. He's been kind of celebrating for this whole time. It's the driver of the number 25, Tyler Dougan. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up?
Well, Tyler, I'll tell you what, buddy. Right place, right time. Coming home with the win. You've had a good couple of weeks here, and tonight you got something to show for it.
Oh, yeah. It's like my worst track. I hate it for Slice. He was easily the fastest. Should have won this race. He gets screwed every week. Something stupid, but he'll get him one. I really, 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 really wanted him to win this race, but I'll take it. I hate this track, but, you know, I guess I got a little lucky.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and tonight I think you were probably both. You were up front most of the night tonight, and, you know, hey, yeah, okay, so you may have capitalized a little bit at the end there to take the lead, but you were there all night long. Nothing to be hanging your head about for sure.
Yeah, I felt like I was the second fastest. You know, I hang behind Dalton for a while. Could have passed him, but I was just kind of trying to hold Jamie up just a little bit. Not block him or nothing, but to let Shice get a big lead. And then that, whatever happened, they kept wrecking.
Anybody on the 25 you need to thank tonight, bud?
Just want to say go Big Orange, and that is all.
All right, Tyler Dougan, congratulations once again on the win tonight. Driver of the number 25, getting it done. And Rick, speaking of getting it done, we are getting it done.
Yeah, it was a tough race here in Martinsville, Chris. I'm going to get the Hammond Hotel all packed up, get it over to Gateway for next week. And man, that was a tough one.
It was a tough one indeed. Guys, thank you very much again for coming out tonight to the Turn 3 Racing Network. It was our pleasure to bring you the TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedals series. If you haven't done it yet, make sure to visit TRJkarting.com. If you haven't done it in chat yet, hey, it's Tim's birthday. He is the owner of TRJkarting.com. Wish him a happy birthday, and we thank you very much for coming out. We'll see you again next week.